What's up guys, PPD here, and welcome to episode 53 of my road to Manchester City. Starting off this episode by, of course, having a look at our transfer list. And what you're looking at over here is a bunch of Ospinas that I sold for 23,000 coins. And basically what happened with him was EA released him a while back now, and I saw that he was going for a very cheap price, around 18,000, 18,000, 17,000. So I went ahead and bought a few, and I listed them up, and the majority of them sold for 23, 21, and we made some nice profit on them, about 2k a pop, which isn't too bad considering that I got a bunch of them. The Eder and Morata from last episode, they both sold, and we also sold De Bruyne that we bought for 485 last episode, or a few episodes back. We sold it for 520. So I went ahead and rebought Joe Hart over here. As you see, I got him for 143. I'm not too sure what we sold him for last time, but I think it was like 180 or something like that, maybe 170. We went ahead and rebought De Bruyne once again for like the same price, 485. And then I went ahead and bought Skirtle, who also was pretty cheap, for 43k. And then something big happened. You're gonna see coming up here. This Serna, funny story. I had him on my main account, and I was trying to sell him, so I checked his price, and I saw one listed up for really cheap, 900 coins or less. And I bought him, sold him for 1.9, and that was like very quick, 1k. Pretty funny story right there. And then De Bruyne, I had to sell him because he ended up getting a man of the match card. I'm not sure how he got it, because I feel like Nangolan should have got it, but I had to sell De Bruyne, and we made a serious loss because of that. We lost about 100k, unfortunately. So it is what it is. You know, sometimes EA just hits you with a new card, and I honestly could not have predicted De Bruyne to get that card, because I'm not sure how he got it, really. Nangolan really should have got it, but whatever. I also got tired of the legends that we've had for a while now, so I went ahead and listed them for whatever the cheapest was, and we ended up making a loss on one of them or two of them, and we made a profit on one of them. I'm not too sure. The Perisic that I bought right there for 150, I believe, or 140. I sold him for 180. I had to sell Otamendi also because he also got a man of the match card. I haven't bought that one yet, but we also made another loss on that Otamendi. Yaya, we actually made a profit on, but we have to buy him back, and at the moment, there's none listed up on the market, so that may have been a bad deal what we listed him up for. Like I said, Schmeichel and Crespo, I think I made on loss on one of them and profit on the other, but I did go ahead and make two huge signing, the two most expensive players for the team. International man of the match, Kevin De Bruyne. I got him for 626,000, which isn't exactly an amazing price because he did go for 580 at one point, but it's not a bad price, and we got him for 626. And of course, the most expensive signing of them all, my favorite player in the game, Sergio Aguero, team of the season card, 95 rated. Those stats are insane. We had to buy him because he is the most expensive player, and obviously one of the most important players to have in the team. We bought him for 1.88 right there, so, or 1.088. So not a bad price on Aguero. He tends to go for that, sometimes a little bit higher, so not exactly a bad price on him. And with that, we're going to go ahead and check off both of these guys off the checklist really quickly over here. And we're going to go ahead and send everybody to the club because we're going to be playing our first game with them too. So that should be pretty exciting to see how they play. And we go ahead, check off the 91 De Bruyne, check off the 90 Aguero, and we now only have two players left to get, and that is the international man of the match, Otamendi, and once again, the man of the match, Yaya Torres. So we're almost done. We're not too far off. We just have to get those two guys, and we are officially done with the City team until EA release the transfers, in which we should get a Gundogan card. But anyways, we go ahead into our first game, and this is actually a pretty big game because if we win, we secure safety in Division 1, something I really did not think we would get after that terrible start. But we come across this guy who's got a very nice League 1 team. One of my favorite formations at the moment is the 4-1-2-1-2-2 or whatever it is. So it was going to be interesting to see how this guy would play. He had some very good attackers up top, so it was going to be quite the challenge. However, in the third minute, we would create the first chance of the game over here, as he poorly gives the ball away to Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne sees Sterling running down the left-hand side, and Sterling goes with his pace, cuts inside, gives it to De Bruyne, and De Bruyne somehow manages to get a shot on his left foot right there and gets the perfect debut as he scores early on, gives us the lead, and what a finish that was. And with that, we would have the 1-0 lead. And in the 14th minute, we would have another chance over here. We win the header with Clichy, or we don't win the header with Clichy. Our opponent goes on the attack. Ben Arfa threw on goal. Hart with an amazing save. So glad I got the man of the match, Hart. I'm not sure if he's better than his normal card or what, but I'm so glad I got him back because that save was amazing right there, and it easily could have been 1-1 right there. And in the 33rd minute over here, Sterling once again running down the left-hand side, causing all sorts of trouble for his right back and his defenders. Has a shot at the near post. Unfortunately for him, he wasn't able to get the goal, and the Ruffier denies him his first goal. So we head into the second half with a 1-0 lead. Not exactly too many chances for both sides. We had 2 chances. We scored 1. Our opponent had 1 chance, and Hart came up big. So we're winning 1-0, but it's a pretty tight game, and we need to get a second goal in the second half if we want to win. And in the 47th minute over here, our opponent would try to get an attack going, and he ends up sending Ben Yedder through on goal. Ben Yedder with an amazing shot. Somehow, that doesn't end up in the back of the net, and we live to see another day as we don't concede right there. However, in the 55th minute, once again, he would try to get an attack going. This time, though, we defend it pretty well. We go on the counterattack. Aguero to Fernando. Fernando sends Navas through, and Navas now has to prove that he can score, which Sterling wasn't able to, and that he does. Navas cuts into his left foot, finesses it past Ruffier, gets the second goal of the game, his first, and with that, we have the 2-0 lead, a pretty good lead. And I'm starting to notice that Navas is scoring more for me than Sterling, and I'm not sure why that's happening because the informed Sterling should be playing better than normal Navas, but with this whole chemistry glitch thing going on, who knows what's going on with informed cards, but whatever. In the 68th minute, our opponent would send an amazing pass to Ben Yedder right there. I'm not too sure who passed it right there, but that was an amazing pass. However, Company does read it well, and with that, we would go on the attack. Fernandinho gives it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne to Fernando, who's having a pretty good game. And if Fernando gets tackled from behind, he is going to get a yellow card. And with that, we would get a free kick, and I would take the opportunity to make some subs because we want to get that third goal just in case. And over here, we go ahead and bring on Sagna for Zabaleta, who apparently is going to be going to Roma very soon. And that is honestly going to break my heart because Zabaleta is one of the originals at City, and it's just going to hurt so bad when he leaves. I really hope they do a testimonial for the poor guy because he is a club legend at this point. And over here, a little bit of a weird scenario as Aguero has a chance to shoot right there, but he's fouled. And we take a look at it once again, see whether or not it was a penalty. The defender does get a clip on Aguero right there. Aguero falls. The defender obviously doesn't get the ball. So how that was not a penalty is beyond me. Aguero could have easily gotten his debut goal right there from that penalty, but the ref thought it wasn't a penalty, and it wouldn't really matter too much because in the 90th minute he blows for full time, and we win the game 2-0, secure safety in Division 1, and we get ourselves a very nice 2-0 win. De Bruyne gets himself man of the match, most likely because of the goal. And with that, he has a pretty good debut. Not such a great debut for Aguero, who had a 6.7 rating, so that's a little bit worrying. But it is only his first game, so hopefully in the future he can perform better. So we secured safety, and we're going to start off next episode with an all-new season. Anyways, guys, this has been episode 53 of my Road to Manchester City. My name is PBD, and I'm out.